see that? Oh my goodness. What does this mean? I don't know. This is so freaky. This was yesterday. It's today. What do you think, Doug?
Really excited. Reserving judgment till we find out a little bit more. Like to see that line get darker, but this is farther than we've ever been on this journey. So.
Oh, maybe. Look at it now. You can definitely see. Oh, there you go. Let me hide the light a little bit.
But yeah, it's
see
easy
that
to get
second
super
line.
excited. But
yeah,
we've got to find out.
Yep, blood work is tomorrow at 7. This is a crazy turn of events.
Let's go!
We just left our first HCG blood test. We'll see if it's real. It's scary. Nerve-wracking, I know.
Yeah, it is. Makes your heart beat real fast.
I know. What are we gonna do all day to like, oh my,
Just be like.
I know.
But yeah, it's exciting. So, cross your fingers, pray. Hopefully it works out for the best.
I know. Yes.
So yeah.
Right. Second beta day. Sick Doug. That was last night, yesterday morning, Monday, Sunday, Saturday.
Let me take that off.
Barely even there. But this was Monday. It's yesterday morning and yesterday night. Looking good. Let's hope these numbers double. So I kind of just want to get my thoughts down on how I'm feeling right now. I am maybe exactly 4 weeks or 4 weeks and 1 day. I'm not quite sure. I had my second beta and it did double appropriately. My first was 35, today's was 85, so that's really good. I don't know, I'm still feeling kind of like, is this really real? And I guess that's what infertility does to you. It just robs you of ever taking anything, you know, for granted. So I'm still kind of feeling super anxious about the whole thing. And now that my betas have doubled, they don't want to see me again until 3 weeks from now. Today is February 7th. Today is Wednesday, February 7th, so they don't want to see me until the end of the month. And that's when we'll do an ultrasound and redraw blood work, make sure everything's okay. And I'm just, I don't know, it's so weird. Like our families, our immediate families know right now, like our parents and siblings, and that's it. I just bought this book and it was like pregnancy day by day because I need something to like know what's going on because I'm super paranoid about everything right now. And I can't relax. So I got some books and the what to expect when you're expecting. Now that the numbers have doubled and it feels sort of real, but not all the way yet. And the cashier was like, congratulations. Maybe I'm the first person to know or to tell you. So I don't know, it just made me feel super weird. It was like, thank you. It just doesn't feel real. I don't know. It's like I can't be happy just because of everything we've been through and just what a surprise this was. But yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. I mean, I'm not really nauseous a lot of the time. What else? What have I been feeling? My breasts are definitely a lot bigger. I've been getting the little twinges in my like groin area, like burning sensations. And I think I had heartburn this morning after I ate a yogurt, which is really weird. I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna post these. It's like I don't want. I'm just terrified. And I don't know if it's because I'm terrified because it was natural, like we weren't monitored, so I don't know what my hormones are doing. I don't know anything. I don't know how many follicles there were. So it's just kind of nerve-wracking, you know? So for these next 3 weeks, I'm gonna try to do something to take my mind off of it. My eyebrows look super dark today. It's weird. Try to do things to take my mind off of it. I'm gonna try to set up my fish tank, read physical books, and I've noticed that Google is like the worst thing that can happen to you right now. So Trying not to Google, it's really hard though. Weird, you go from, you know, infertility where you know pretty much everything instantly, and then it's like this, okay, hurry up and wait. And I am terrible with that because I'm a very impatient person, but maybe that's my lesson in all of this, that I should be more patient. I'll update when there's news. So these next 3 weeks, well, technically it's 2.5 weeks because they're going 3 weeks from my first day. 3 weeks from the first day I came in for my beta, which was Monday, this past Monday. But it's so crazy. I don't know if I ever sat down and explained what happened. So everything I was filming Friday night, which was crazy, I was sitting on the couch over there crying because I was like, you know, this was probably our last chance for our first baby anyway, that we were gonna just go with a natural cycle because we were completely ready to move on to either another medicated IUI cycle or straight to IVF, which is what I was kind of leaning towards doing. And it happened, like we were at this appointment last Wednesday, exactly a week ago. We were sitting down with the doctor, learning everything, getting to know what the next steps were. And a week from that, I'm having my second beta. Like, what is this? Maybe I just need to like an adjustment period. Just keep thanking God, and I'm just praying constantly. I'm so terrified. This time prepping, trying to get pregnant, and then you get pregnant and you're like, what do I do? Like, what is this? What happens? What can I do? What can't I do? So I'm gonna try to figure that out. I see my therapist on Tuesday, the day before Valentine's Day, which is amazing. Like, I scheduled that appointment to just sit down and have a catch up with her because I haven't seen her since like the holidays. You know, just about life and just anxiety and stress in general. And I wanted to give her like, you know, really good updates that, yeah, I got a new job because my old job was stressing me out. I changed a lot of things. I lost like maybe 10 pounds. And yeah, things were going well, and then we get this curveball. So I'm so glad that I made that appointment. The church I attend, their message so far for this year has been focusing on Psalm 90, which is teach us to number our days so we can gain a heart of wisdom. It's been talking about like a trip around the sun. I'll leave a link down below if you ever want to see. The church also has a YouTube channel and they have a podcast. I'm trying to take every day, day by day, like, hey, it's another day, I'm still pregnant and nothing went wrong. That was hungry, so I'm gonna go eat something and go read my books. But I'll update you guys when there's something to update. February 20th, and today I am around 6 weeks pregnant. And I can't remember the last time I updated you guys, but I just quickly wanted to get on here and remember this so I can remember this for next time. So as far as symptoms go, the tiredness comes and goes. I've been having really crazy dreams that wake me up in the middle of the night. That's fun, and then I have a really hard time getting back to sleep. What else? I've been on progesterone suppository since, since I found out basically. So this is week 3 of doing that now. And I also started brown spotting. I don't know if I ever updated that, like brown spotting, and it's just from the progesterone, which is really annoying. It irritates your cervix, so it's so annoying, and it's so nerve-wracking too, because you know, you're just always like, oh, what is this? What's happening? You know, being a first-time mom. So that's been fun to deal with. Other than that, nausea comes and goes, usually when I eat too much. I had one episode of maybe actually when I was like heaving when we went to see Black Panther on Friday. I normally have a really hard time with bathroom smells, and for some reason the bathroom didn't even smell that bad, but it smelled like bathroom, and just smelling that, like, it made me gag, and I thought I was gonna throw up. And we'd just eaten dinner, but I didn't. Luckily, I just gagged for a few minutes, and my makeup started to run, my eyes were watering. So boobs have been so tender, it's ridiculous now. At night, like if I'm in a position for too long and I turn over to the other side and they move, they hurt so bad. So I had to go buy a pregnancy bra. So that's my first purchase because I just couldn't deal with that. Other than that, yeah, I've got sense of smell. I go to the bathroom like 1,000,000 times a day now. Yeah, and I think that's about it. A week until ultrasound, so we get to see what's going on in there. Hopefully there is a baby. Hopefully it's growing, measuring on time, around the time I think that I might be. So super anxious about that. But hopefully everything will be good next week. And that is all the update I have for now. Hey guys, I just wanted to come on and give you a super fast update. I haven't updated it in forever. It's now March 14th. I'm approximately somewhere between 8 and 9 weeks pregnant. Yeah, so let me get to that. So I think the last time I updated you was like February, whatever. I don't know if we had our first ultrasound yet. So we went to the first ultrasound and they said I was measuring about a week behind where I thought I was based on ovulation. And I have PCOS, and this was a naturally conceived pregnancy. So technically I don't really know when I conceived, but I have been tracking things and there were some dates that just lined up. So they were thinking I was between like about a week behind where I was, which kind of didn't make sense based on when I had gotten my first pregnancy test, which was my first positive, which was Super Bowl Sunday. So it was like February 4th or so, but you know, it could be late implantation, whatever. I feel better about it. I was really sad that after the first ultrasound, because I was like, oh my gosh, they couldn't see anything. They just saw a sac and what might have been like the gestational sac and what might have been a yolk at that point. So then we wait a week and we go back, and I'm still at my RE. I haven't been released yet. We wait a week, we go back, and they saw a very clearly defined yolk sac the last time, and the sac had grown. And it had jumped ahead 3 days from where they said I should be based on that first ultrasound. So it had grown a week plus 3 days, basically in just a week. So that was my last ultrasound on March 1st. And they just kept checking it, and they were like, you know what, it's just too early. We're gonna make this for a week and a half later. So here we are today on March 14th. We're going in at 2 p.m. I'm so nervous. Gosh, so depending on who you ask, I think I'm either 8 weeks, 6 days based on last menstrual period, or according to where I measured last ultrasound, I am 8 weeks and 2 days. First ultrasound where they said I was behind really hard because I didn't know what was happening. They couldn't see any baby. And then I was kind of bummed at the second ultrasound on March 1st because they didn't really see like a baby either. But yeah, we'll see what they can see today. And I'm really nervous. It makes me want to throw up. I don't know if I have to throw up because I'm pregnant or just because of anxiety. But yeah, as far as symptoms go, I've been gagging a lot. Things that are very strongly, that have very strong smells really kill me lately. Brushing my teeth, or not necessarily my teeth, brushing my tongue makes me gag a lot. Yeah, and it's mainly due to really strong smells. And the number one that gets me every time is like a very strong bathroom smell. And just thinking about bathroom smells, like, you know what bathrooms smell like public bathroom smells. As far as actually throwing up, I haven't actually thrown up yet, which is surprising because I have a really sensitive stomach normally. Praying that we see the baby. Maybe we can be released today. Maybe we can hear a heartbeat. That would be so good, but I'm still like on the fence about a lot of things right now. I've told some additional family, like grandmothers and cousins that we usually hang out with that live here locally. I haven't told any of my friends yet, although my husband has told quite a few of his friends. It's come out in passing, but you know, he's more optimistic than me, and I'm really trying to get to that place, but right now it's just, I kind of want to keep it to myself. I'm not sure if it goes well today, when it goes well today, praying. Maybe I might tell friends, but I'm just still, you know, I don't know yet, maybe. So I wonder, like, I started sharing my journey on Instagram, and then all of a sudden I went radio silent. And I wonder if people noticed that. But at this point, since there's so many unknowns to me right now, since we haven't seen the actual baby and we haven't heard a heartbeat, I just want to wait a little bit. And I don't know if we'll wait all the way till the first trimester. Even though you could use everyone else's prayers, it's just making me so, like, it gives me anxiety to think about telling other people, which I know I need to get over. And I just need to share it. And, you know, because the community has been great. Everybody's been great that I've met. They're so supportive, and I just really want to chime in. Like, somebody will be struggling and I'll be like, ooh, I'm going through the same thing, girl, but I'm not publicly out to the world right now. So I'm gonna go pick up my husband. Our appointment's at 2, and maybe I'll bring you along. We'll see what happens. Guys, today is March 17th, And I just wanted to give you an update of how the appointment the other day went. It didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. The good news is we heard a heartbeat and we saw the baby. The heartbeat was only 96, which they wanted over 100 at this point, so that was a little concerning. But we got hit with another whammy, and where it looks like I may be having a partial molar pregnancy, which is apparently very rare. I've never heard of this until today. Actually, I was watching, you know, Seeking Sister Wife, and one of the women on there had had a complete molar pregnancy, and that was like the first I'd heard of it, and I had just watched that actually this week, so that's really random. But yeah, they're suspecting a partial molar pregnancy, and basically what that is you have an egg, but 2 sperm fertilize 1 egg. Normally, when you get pregnant, only 1 sperm fertilizes the egg, and then it's either the egg or the sperm is supposed to send signals to kind of close off the egg to not allow another sperm in it. So when 2 fertilize 1 egg, that you end up with triple the chromosomes you need. You have chromosomes from me, and you have 2 sets from the father. So that's apparently what happened. I don't know. We're still waiting. Like, they can't really do anything right now since there's a heartbeat. But they've seen like a lot of abnormalities in my uterus, and what a molar pregnancy does is it makes like polyps and growths all the way around your uterus that grow subsequently with the baby. And in a partial, usually that means that the fetus is already genetically abnormal, but it'll be alive until the polyps kind of overtake the fetus or whatever. I don't know. In a complete molar, you never have a baby, but you have the sac that's growing along with all these other polyps around your uterus. So what makes this different than a normal miscarriage? I know it's a lot to comprehend, and we went on Wednesday, and it's Saturday now, and I'm still like, what is even happening? We went on Wednesday, and I'm still debating. I was very upset. Still am very upset. Now I think I'm entering the numb stage. I just don't know. We'll go for sure on Wednesday, but I'm kind of trying to prepare for the worst at this point, because I can't like take another kind of letdown. But then you think you're prepared for the worst, but then you have like something like this. Like, this is not a normal miscarriage. So in a normal miscarriage, you know, the baby was genetically abnormal for some reason, didn't implant correctly, you just are able to pass it. Apparently I won't be able to do that because of all the extra tissue. If this is a confirmed molar pregnancy, I won't be able to pass it on my own. I have to have a D&C, which is, you know, surgery. They put you under, they go in, they scrape everything out, which sucks. So normally if you have a regular miscarriage, you can opt to do that, or you can take the medication to make your uterus start contracting so that you can pass the baby or the sac after the baby no longer has a heartbeat. So in this case, because it's partial molar, the tissue the tissue that's the extra growth can potentially turn into, it's like gonadotrophin trophoblastic disease. I think that's right. If it's not, I'll leave the real name here. And that could potentially turn into a form of cancer because they are abnormally growing cells. So the fun thing is, after you do this, you have to keep tracking your levels to make sure your HCG, your pregnancy hormone, gets down to 0. So, you know, normally in a regular miscarriage, you have a D&C or you pass all the products of conception and you hit 0 and you're good to go. With this, apparently the abnormal tissue can continue to grow back, so I have to go weekly. If this is confirmed a partial molar pregnancy, I'll have to go weekly to make sure that my numbers are going down, because if they start going back up, you either have to do like methotrexate, which is a chemotherapy drug. Some people do like IV therapy for a few weeks, or they take the pills. So you have to get rid of these cells before you can continue to try. And it's just like such a bummer, especially going through infertility. I mean, it's more than a bummer, but that's all I can call it right now. Going through infertility, and you have something like this that completely stops you because you need to make sure that, hey, you don't actually get like GTD from this, you know? I'm just so, I don't know. like I can't believe this is happening still. And maybe like I was crying like the last 3 days, but today and yesterday I'm just kind of angry. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say, so that's kind of where we are. My husband and I were both really sad. He's really optimistic, like, yeah, we got pregnant, but at this point I don't even see this as being like a good indicator of potential fertility, you know, because this randomly rare thing happens on your first pregnancy. So it's like anything is open to happening throughout the whole rest of the time, you know? Like, I just feel like everybody's like, oh yeah, this will never happen, your chances are really low. I just feel like it's gonna happen to me now. So kind of withdrawing from the world. Ooh, I have to sneeze. I need to go to the pet store to finish setting up my fish tank. I finally got back into doing that because I need a distraction. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll check in with you at some point. I feel like I look progressively worse every time I film something, but I just wanted to come and give an update. Today is the 20th, March 20th, and it's the day before the appointment. Just kind of giving my thoughts. Yeah, I've been really down. I've been okay. Some days I'm okay, some days I have bad days. Like Sunday was a bad day. I was feeling pretty down. Then yesterday was okay, and then today I just kind of feel kind of blah, and also because I still feel like nauseous, which is kind of annoying. I don't know. So tomorrow, our appointment's at 1:40. Honestly, I'm just feeling like I just want to know one way or another to be able to move on some way. And I just think it's interesting, like one of these, like going through infertility, like, you know, loss comes up a lot, especially in the support groups, and I was always like, oh, I don't know how I'd be able to like live through that. Like, I hope I never have to experience that. And it's just like, you just deal. Like, what's that saying? You never know how strong you are until you have to be. I don't know. It's just hard, but we'll see tomorrow. And at this point, it's like, yeah, everybody stay positive, but at this point, we've had so many like kind of, maybe we shouldn't be too excited yet, or ooh, maybe this isn't looking all the way quite right, that it's just kind of like, I don't know, I don't feel like this is gonna end up working out. And then it's the thought of, well, how long is it gonna take to get pregnant next time, and what do we have to do, and all of this. It's just been like one thing after another. So yeah, I was talking to like, I've joined some like loss groups just in case, you know, I have to prepare myself. I feel like that's how my hair, the king of the north right now. I feel like that's just what I have to do. I have to prepare, and if something better happens, great, but if it doesn't, at least I will have been like, all right, you know, I've prepared for this as much as you can anyway. I just don't know, so many unknowns, and then having to work through all this, it's just a lot. I just need a vacation. I need to sit down and disappear. That's what I want to do. I just want to disappear from everything right now, but I can't because I'm an adult, I have a mortgage and all that jazz. But yeah, it's just really hard to have to go through this, especially on your first pregnancy. Like, this is all I know of pregnancy is strife, essentially. So just ready for tomorrow, and at the same time I'm not ready because I don't want it to be like over. Like, I think like maybe this is the last day that I'll be, you know, pregnant with my first. So anyway, if it does come, worst comes to worst tomorrow, I think we're gonna do the DNC on Monday. This weekend is my husband's birthday, so I don't really want to be super sad like, oh, I had DNC like on his birthday or his birthday weekend or whatever. Just trying to be happy, but it's kind of hard to be happy about anything right now. Yeah, so that's where I am. I'll check in with you guys maybe tomorrow.
I am optimistic. So today we're about to go to the doctor to, you know, get another checkup, see how the baby's doing, see if it's going to be I don't want to say valid, but successful pregnancy. Just trying to keep our spirits up. You know, that's it. It's not the end of the world. Very optimistic that we'll be able to push forward with this one. Even if we aren't, we got pregnant ourselves, and that's the important part. So, you know, we can emotionally and mentally try to get through this and continue to move on with try it again. So maybe I'm just a cup half full type of person, but it's not either way, you know. It's not the end of the world. We're still gonna have our goals, and we're still gonna be emotionally available for our baby.
Back from our appointment, and it turns out I'm having a DNC tomorrow. They couldn't find a baby when they saw it last week. For some reason it got absorbed, and my gestational sac has collapsed and there's more moles. So tomorrow going in for DNC, and at this point I'm just kind of like, really? Like, that's how I feel about everything. Just really, like, really. I'm so, I don't know, annoyed. Like, everybody's called and crying, and I'm like, yeah, I cried last week, but now I'm just like, I think I'm angry, or I don't know. But yeah, DNC tomorrow. I'll unpack these feelings later.